It's time to get some gold.
Hi folks, Tom with Midwest Gold Fever, and today we're back out at the creek in our favorite spot where we know the gold is at. Today's even cooler because I've got my son Justin behind the camera. You probably won't see him, but he's going to be taking his perspective on what we do back here in the creek, and I think that's going to be a really cool edit at the end. We brought out the GoldiBox Washplant today so we could move more material and try to get some more of this gold. Back here in the creek, we've got the real fine flour gold, but we're hoping to get down to some chunkier stuff when we get into all this bedrock that you can see behind me. We've already busted up some of that bedrock back there, but a lot of it is still intact, and we know that there's gold down underneath it. So today we're going to be shoveling through, we're going to be testing this gold plant out, and we're going to just see how it does, how much gold we can get out of it for running a couple hours, and then we'll see how the footage comes out with Justin behind the camera. If it turns out terrible, we know who to blame. I'm going to be taking gold from 3 or 4 different spots that we found gold before. We're going to try to take a lot more material, try to run more material, and see how it comes at the end of the day. This first spot down here, we know we got gold out of, but we have no idea how chunky that was because we tested from several different holes that day. This area over here that I've tore up this bedrock in, I'm definitely going to hit that. And then right over here where Chris is tore up and he found that spearhead, we're gonna tear in a few shovels of that as well. There's also some other test areas that I want to hit, but mainly it's just going to be about moving material today. We're going to try to move as much material as we can in the short amount of time that we've got today, and hopefully we've got some gold in there. So let's get to work. We don't have a lot of water back here today in this area. So we're just going to classify it down to a 1/4 inch. Give it a good look through, make sure there's no artifacts, any big stones that we like, any big pieces of quartz that we want to take back, like that right there. Big old piece of rusty quartz. We're going to keep that. May run that through the crusher. All right, so I have taken this hole right here down to bedrock. There's some more down there, but we'll probably end up having to dredge that in the spring or something. So I've got a classified down to a 1/4 inch right here, about almost 3/4 of a bucket full. So we're gonna take some time, and I'm gonna do one more classifier full, then we're gonna run this through the GoldiBox, and then we're gonna do the same thing at these other 2 spots. So I've got a full bucket, literally a full bucket here of concentrate out of that one hole. And so we're getting ready to run it through. But I just want to take a second and something that 5280 Prospecting said in either a comment or on his video, but he nailed it on the head. You know, whether we find any gold or not, the real treasure is just being out here in nature. And it's even more special to me today because I'm out here with my son, and we don't get to hang out very often like we used to. We used to do hiking videos together and camp and such, but life is what it is. So to have him out here today and see what I do and see the joy I get out of this is really special to me, and I really wanted to take a moment and acknowledge that. But I also wanted to acknowledge what 5280 Prospecting said. the real treasure is being out here in nature, and that's the final word on it, really. So let's get some damn gold. So far, I really like this thing. Haven't ran very much yet, but I like that it can handle the material. And we don't have to classify down to an 1/8 inch, so that's really nice. And it's got a really nice fast fire tray right here in the clay area. Get that rock stuck. And you can just dump that out, and it filters it right down. So we plan on putting this thing completely through its paces today. I'm gonna feed it like it's probably never been fed before, and just see what it does, because that's how we do reviews here. This is not a review video though. This is my first time using this, so we're gonna get to know it, and I'll probably use it 4 or 5 more times before I actually shoot a video, because I want to make sure that it's gonna do what it says it's gonna do and hold up out here in the field. Because it ain't easy out here in the field, in the creek. We drop shit in the water, and we break rock. We drop stuff on rocks, and stuff gets dropped everywhere, and there's sand everywhere out here. And so we'll see what it does. So we're checking out the indicator mat right now, and this is the 10-second thing. They say you can change it out in 10 seconds. I don't see any gold right off the top, right off on hand on it, but that doesn't discourage me in any way, because our gold is super tiny. If we had bigger flakes of gold, then maybe we would see some gold in there. There's a speck of gold right there.
Here, Pierre, weigh this up.
I don't know if you can see that right at the end of my finger. So we got our first bucket done, and I'm going to go ahead and clean out this indicator mat. I may go ahead and pan it back just to see if there's any gold in it, because I'm curious. I'm not planning on cleaning these riffles out though until the very end, and we're going to run 3 buckets today, and then we're going to call it a day after that, so we can see what this thing's done after 3 full buckets. These aren't half buckets. We're talking about full buckets of concentrates and classified down. So, and then we'll take this home and we'll pan it back at the gold layer. So I'm going to take this mat out. It said it's a 10-second change out. There's 2 buttons in the front here that aren't as easy as they say. The other thing I'm not sure I like about this so far on the GoldiBox is that when you turn the pump on, it wants to ride up and really ride up the up one side, so it kind of makes it a little uneven on one end there. But if you push it down, it doesn't matter. So, but still. Kind of a pain in the butt, but yeah, this was easy to clean out. Just tiny gold. A piece of gold right there. Tiny gold. So that area right there that I just did that bucket is not the chunky area. There is some flour gold in there that I can see, but nothing to ride home about, that's for sure. Not as their full bucket. So we're gonna nice little piece of gold right there. All right, so I'm hitting this second hole here, and this is one of the reasons I got the GoldiBox, because it's not just a highbanker. It is also a dredge, and so once we get some more water in here that we can get back in here with the actual dredge, I want to dredge all these areas right here, because this is all going down into bedrock, and I'm hitting it, but I can't get all the way down under it to get to that good stuff that's under there. You can see it's look at that clay. Oh, that's nasty. But you know it's holding gold because it can't get through it. It's just black sand and gnarly clay right here in this layer. So we're gonna fill the bucket up full of this right in here, and then we're gonna run that and See if there's any gold in this area. This clay, we really got to work it to get it through the classifier even. It's just mucky. Let's hope it's holding some gold. Tired. That's all I got to say. I need a dredge. All right, so I've been classifying and pushing this clay down because we hit that clay layer. I'm not going to classify that clay through because I want to put this GoldiBox through some paces. So we're going to just feed that stuff through into the clay bars on the GoldiBox and see how it handles it. If I didn't get a single flake of gold today, just getting to be out here was worth coming out here. We got our second bucket of material. We're gonna run that through real quick, and then we're gonna do one more. So I've been dumping this clay in here, and it still takes some work. It's not just taking it off, eating it off easily. We've got good pressure on our spray bars, but this stuff's just so sticky. So you still got to work this with the clay, especially that thick clay. Oh. See how that clay's sticking in there? Got to get all that out of there. See, some of it's not breaking up. So we got to manually break that crap up. Like Jeff Williams says, you got to work it like you're making bread dough. And yeah, you're going to get wet. So I've got 2 full buckets of material ran through that. That last bucket was pretty brutal with the clay. I think I'm going to wait on that spot to see if we've got any gold in the mats when we get home. Originally, I was going to hit that third spot that Chris had hit in a previous video and where he found that arrowhead at. But being honest with you, I kind of want to let Chris leave that area to Chris, and so when he can come out with us next time, he can hit that spot. He had to work today. It's Labor Day, but he had to work today, so it is what it is. But I've been wanting to try to hit this spot down here at the very mouth of this creek, this entry creek right here. When I looked up the LiDAR maps and I was checking this area on the LiDAR maps, which are extremely helpful, it was showing that this inside bend right here was a really cool low pressure. And so we're gonna test that out. So we're gonna hit this area right here on this inside bend. We're gonna start on these this little bedrock, and we're just gonna see if we can clean up some of this bedrock right here and see if there's any gold in it this time. It'd be a little easier to get the gravels off the top of there right now. And again, it had me curious. I've been curious to see what kind of gold is on this inside bend, especially after seeing the LiDAR and knowing how this flow works around this bend and creates this low pressure. I think it'll be a good spot. So we're gonna fill up a bucket, we're gonna run that, and then we're gonna call it a day today. Last time I did this, I wore my hands raw. So I showed this rock right here in another video, and we went. I couldn't resist it this time. We went ahead and pulled it out, and we dug down all the way to the bedrock down in there, and it was just full of black sand and gravel. There was no clay but hard rock. So we're gonna see if anything's down in that hole finally. All right, we're on our third full bucket. We took it down from that corner that I just mentioned a few minutes ago. This time we did not classify. We're going to run it straight through, and we're going to just use this classifier bar. So we did not classify any of this on this last bucket. The other good thing is this is not a lot of clay, so it'll run pretty good. That clay was a real bitch. So we're going to test this area out with this bucket, and we're going to see if there's anything in it. So we got our third bucket done, which was our goal for today. I'm going to clean this out, let this run for a minute, and then we're going to clean out the mats, put that in the buckets, and then we're going to head back to the house. So we're back here at the gold lair. It is a couple days later because I really got busy around here, around the farm, doing other stuff. And I haven't had time to go through our concentrates from the creek the other day. But we're gonna do that right now, and we know there's some gold in it, so let's just see how much there is. This is what we ended up with. This is 15 gallons of our concentrates from the creek behind us there. I've got the Flower Gold Wizard sluice set up, and because that is going to be my best bet to capturing some of this fine stuff that we got going on. So we're gonna run it, and then we'll pan back the concentrates on that. And so here we go. Definitely see some gold down in there. There's a couple really nice flakes, but I can see it all through there. That's pretty encouraging. So here's our final pan down. Got the Flower Gold Wizard box all cleaned out. So we're gonna pan this back real quick and see what kind of gold we got. I have to say again that it was really really special to have my son out there with me filming, and hopefully the footage came out good and y'all enjoy this video. That's about as far as I'm willing to risk it. Look at that. That makes me smile right there. Yes, sir. Oh my goodness. Woo! Look at that.
I'm struck and rich. I'm a billionaire. I'm a trillionaire. I'm a zillionaire.
And you can see these other two nicer pieces right there, but there's quite a bit of flower gold there. Maybe those spots weren't that bad after all. I gotta tell you, that's the most flower gold that we've got back there, for real. And getting that gold right there has changed my view a little bit on that GoldiBox, because at first I was thinking I wasn't gonna be real happy with those mats, and as stiff as they are, man, but look at that. We caught some really good gold out of those mats this time. I see some gold floating there. So, I didn't clean my water this time, but let me snuffer that up real quick, and then I'll get some of this cleaned up. Let me snuffer this up. Wow. Some more of that great off-camera video. Get this stuff to settle. I gotta tell you, I was happy with that. I'm gonna go through this one more time real quick off camera and then clean it up, and we'll do a snuffer dump and get see what's in the snuffer bottle. I was going through this again real quick and wanted to show y'all there was another flake popped out of there, but some more of that flower gold popped out of that black sand as I was cleaning it. I'm real happy with this trip. That was 15 gallons of material. So here's the gold. That's a good bit of flower gold right there. There's 3 or 4 or 5 pieces, good pieces in there as well. I'm definitely calling that a successful trip out. Not just because we found some gold, but because I was out there with my son and I got to enjoy nature. And I'll go back to what 5280 prospecting, Nathan. Dude, you always nail it, man. True treasure is just being out there. So, pretty cool. It's a good bit of gold right there. I thought it was also cool that while we were out there, we did find a nice geode as well, and a handful of nice quartz. Well, this is not all the quartz we found, but these are the nicer pieces though. That there's some, looks like some specimens type stuff there with some mixed rock. All this is dark yellow split. It's all glacial though, because as I learned from Gold is Where You Find It, when it's all rounded like that, it usually been tossed around for a while. It came down from the glaciers. We don't have any jagged quartz that I've found yet, but I'll take the quartz, I'll take the geode, and I'll take the gold. So that was another great day on the creek. We found some gold, found more gold than I was expecting actually, especially with the flower gold. I got to spend the day with my son, with him behind the camera. We got to cut up, joke around, and just have an all-out good time while we were out there. We managed to run 15 gallons of material, and I think we got some decent gold for that. So I can't wait to go back. Hopefully next weekend. I've got a hand dredge that I ordered, and it's in now. So we're going to take it out and see what it can do. Hope you'll like and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope that you take what we say to heart when we say that the true treasure is just being outdoors. That's why we do it. That's one of the reasons I do it. Yes, it is to get the gold. Don't get me wrong. I got some damn gold fever, hardcore, and I just want to keep adding to my gold stack. So, but it is fun. It is good exercise, and we have a good time doing it. So like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.